Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and welcome to the Xadmin channel. In the previous lecture, I have discussed the abstraction and its type and how to achieve the abstraction, right? So guys, abstraction can be achieved by the two ways. The first is by the use of the abstract class and second by the use of the interface. And by the use of the abstract class, I told you that what is the abstract method and what are the rules of the abstraction by the abstract class, right? So today we are going to discuss the how to achieve the abstraction by the use of the interface. Okay, so let us start the session of the interface. So guys, the first of all we are going to see the definition of the interface. So guys, what is interface? Interface are similar to the abstract class but having all the method of the abstract type. So guys, interface is similar to, okay, interface is abstract class. Okay, the first point is interface are similar to abstract class but having all the method of abstract type. All the methods are abstract type, and inside the interface all the methods will be abstract method. Okay, so interface are similar to abstract class but having all the method of abstract type. It means that inside the interface all the methods will be abstract method. So guys, okay, so guys, for example, we have interface I1. So inside interface all the methods will be abstract methods. Okay, all the method will be abstract method inside the interface. Fine. And now guys, interfaces are the blueprint of a class. It specify what a class must do and not how. Okay, so interface, like the definition of the interface, we can say that interface are the blueprint of a class and it specify what a class must do and not how. Okay, so interface are the blueprint of a class and it specify what a class must do and not how, and this is the definition of the interface in Java. And interface are similar to the abstract class and all the methods are abstract type inside the interface. So now guys, we are going to see what are the uses of the interface. Okay, so guys, the first use of the interface is like it is used to achieve the abstraction. So guys, the main use of the interface is to achieve the abstraction. Okay, used to achieve the abstraction. And now the second use is like it support the multi inheritance in Java. And guys, as we know that the multi inheritance in Java is not supported by the help of the class, but we can achieve the multi inheritance with the help of the interface. So it support multiple inheritance, right? And now the third uses of the interface is like it can use to achieve the loose coupling. Okay, so guys, with the help of the interface we can achieve the loose coupling. So now guys, let's understand what is loose coupling. The loose coupling is like if we change in one thing, then it is not going to affect the other part, right? So loose coupling is like if we change in one thing, then it is not going to affect the other part. It means that guys, like we have a two class and like class A and class B, and class B is extending class A. So guys, if we will change the class A, then it is going to affect the class B also. So that is the tight coupling. And guys, in this, guys, let's say that we have a two classes, class A and class B, and class A are separate class and class B is separate class. So guys, if we will change in class A, then it is not going to affect the class B, and that is the loose coupling, because the class A and class B has a loose coupling relationship between them. So loose coupling is like if we change in one class, then it is not going to affect the other class. So okay, so guys, like if we will to talk about the definition of the loose coupling, so loose coupling is a design goal that seek to reduce the interdependencies between the component of a system, with a goal reducing the risks that changes in one component will require changes in any other component. So loose coupling is a design goal that seeks to reduce the interdependencies between the component of a system, with a goal of reducing the risk that changes in one component will require changes in any other component. Okay, so loose coupling is like a much more generic concept intended to increase the flexibility of a system and make it more maintainable and make the entire framework more stable, right? So guys, these are the three uses of the interface. So guys, I am going to repeat it once. The first use is like use to achieve the abstraction. So guys, with the interface we can achieve abstraction. And second use is like it support multi inheritance. And guys, you know, in Java we can achieve multi inheritance with the help of the interface. We cannot achieve the multi inheritance with the help of the classes. So the interface uses to support the multi inheritance. And now the third use is like it makes the loose coupling relationship between the classes. Okay, so now the next thing what we are going to see, we are going to see the syntax of the interface. Okay, syntax of interface. So guys, the first we use interface keyword. Okay, so guys, the interface keyword is use. Interface keyword is use. Okay, like this, like interface, and we have to give the interface name. Okay, and then we have to start the curly braces and we have to close the curly braces. And guys, inside this we can write the properties of the interface. Okay, and guys, inside the interface we can write only the abstract methods. Okay, so now guys, we are going to see the what are the things we are going to write inside the interface. And guys, this is the interface. Okay, interface and the interface name, and inside this we have to write the methods. Okay, so we have to write the like we can write the methods, and we can also like create the fields or the properties. Okay, inside the interface. So now guys, we are going to see the what are the methods we can create inside the interface. So guys, if we will talk about the methods which we can create inside the interface. So guys, the method can come inside the interface, but only abstract type of methods. So guys, only the abstract type of methods are allowed inside the interface and no concrete methods. So inside interface, compiler is going to add a public keyword by itself with the abstract interface content public abstract method. Okay, so guys, for the methods only, okay, abstract method. And guys, here I am talking about till the Java version like 7. Okay, and guys, from like the Java version 8 we have the more functionality added to the interface which we will talk later. Okay, and now guys, I am going to explain you till the Java version 7. So guys, till the Java version 7 we can add the methods, like the only abstract method are allowed inside the interface. And guys, if we are adding a method, then the compiler is going to add the public and the abstract keyword by itself to the method, right? And guys, the second thing which we can add to the method are like the field. Okay, so guys, we can create field inside the interface. Then guys, by default it can be public static final keyword. So guys, like so guys, we can write the fields. So guys, we can write the fields inside the interface, FIELDS, fields. Okay, and now guys, let's see a small example. So guys, so let's say we have an interface. Okay, so guys, here I will use a interface keyword we have to write if we are defining any interface, and then we have to give the interface name. So let's say I have given I1 as my interface name, and we have to start the curly braces and we have to end the curly braces, and inside the interface we have to write the things which we want. So like guys, firstly I will create a method, and guys, you remember method should be abstract method. So let's say, okay, so let's say I have written or I have created a show method. Okay, and guys, here you can say this is an abstract method, and guys, by default this method will be public abstract. So guys, if okay, so guys, if I am writing simply a void show method, then guys, the compiler is going to add like the public abstract keyword here. Okay, public and the abstract keyword will be added to this method by the compiler by default, right? So guys, the public and the abstract keyword will be added by the compiler here. So guys, here we have a public abstract void show method, right? And guys, if we will talk about the field, then let's say that I have written int a equals to 7. So guys, here guys, by default the compiler is going to add the public static final. So it's mean that the whatever like the variable we are adding to the interface, it is going to be public static and the final keyword. Okay, so guys, whether we are writing this or not, it is always going to be public static and the final keyword, right? So guys, the compiler is going to add the like the public static and the final to the field. Okay, so guys, inside the interface we have an abstract method, and inside the interface we have a field, and the field is of the public static final keyword means field, and we have a public abstract method inside an interface. Okay, and guys, this was till the till the Java version 7. Okay, till the Java version 7. And now guys, from the Java version 8 we can create a default concrete method inside the interface. Okay, and guys, after the Java version 8 we can create a default concrete method inside an interface. Like we can create a default concrete method, okay, inside interface. So guys, after Java 8 version we can create a default concrete method inside an interface. So let's say, for example, we have an interface, okay, with the name I2, And now guys, inside this we can create a method. So let's say that I have created a method void display, okay, and inside the bracket I have written, and so guys, here guys, this is my method void display. So guys, inside the interface from Java version 8 we can create a default concrete method, but the access modifier should be default. So guys, here the access modifier of the method should be default, and if the access modifier is not default, then guys it is going to throw a compile time error to us if we are defining like a concrete method inside a interface in Java version 8. So guys, in Java version 8 or above, if we are defining and like a concrete method, then we have to write a default as access modifier to it, otherwise it is going to. So guys, inside this method we can write the implementation, okay, implementation of our own as we are required, right? So guys, the access modifier should be default, and if we have made it public, then we are making a concrete class, then it is going to throw a compile time error. So guys, if you write here the public, then it is going to throw a compile time error. So guys, we have to write a public access modifier as a default if we are writing a concrete method inside an interface. And okay, and guys, we can write this the default concrete method after the Java version 8. And okay, so guys, from Java version 8 and after the Java version 8 we can write a default concrete method inside an interface, okay. And now guys, we are going to see the one more thing is added in the Java version 8, and that is guys, now inside interface we can create one more method, and that is a static method, right? So now guys, we can create a static method also. So let's say that we can create a static void, and let's say the name of the method as so, right? So guys, inside the interface from the Java version 8 we can create a static method also, and here you can write the implementation part, right? So guys, from Java version 8 we can create a default concrete method inside an interface, and also we can create static method inside interface, right? So guys, in and from 8 version we can write a default and static method inside the interface, okay. And now guys, in like guys, in the 9th version of the Java they have modified the interface. So like guys, from Java version 9 they have modified the interface, and guys, from the 9th version of the Java, inside the interface we can create the private method also, okay. So guys, from the Java version 9, okay, we can create a private method also inside interface, right? So guys, in Java version 9 we can create a private method inside interface. It means that we can write a private void show method, and guys, inside this we can write our implementation, okay. So guys, this is all about the interface and the syntax of the interface which you, okay. So now guys, we are going to so guys, we can do the revision here. So guys, from inside the interface we can write the two things, a method and a field. And guys, a method can only be abstract method till the Java version 7, okay. And guys, if we are writing a simple method like void show, then the compiler is going to add the public and the abstract keyword by itself. It means that guys, if you are not writing this keyword, then the compiler is going to add this method. So interface has a abstract method with a public abstract keyword. Okay, and guys, we can add a field also inside a interface, and the field will be always a public static final field. And guys, like guys, if you're writing only integer a equals to 7, then guys, the compiler is going to add a public static final keyword by itself. It means that it will be always a public static final field inside a interface. And guys, this is okay, and guys, this is till the Java version 7. And from the Java version 8, we can create a default concrete method inside a interface. It means that we can write a concrete method also. It means that we can write the implementation of the method also. Yeah, okay. And guys, the concrete method is like a method which has its own body or which has its own implementation. Okay, so guys, from the Java 8 version, you can write a concrete method, but guys, you have to remember, you have to keep the access modifier as default, otherwise you will get a compile time error. Okay, and guys, from the Java 8 version, we have added one more thing, that is we can create a static method inside an interface. So now guys, you can create a static concrete method inside an interface. It means that static void show, and inside this method you can write your implementation. So guys, from the Java 8 version, we have the two modification inside the interface. The first is like we can write a default concrete method inside an interface, and we can also write a static method inside an interface. And guys, from the Java 9th version, we got like the more modification in the interface, and the modification is like that we can create a private concrete method inside an interface. Okay, so guys, here you have to write a private void show, and you have to write the implementation. So guys, in Java version 9, you can create a private method also inside an interface, right? So guys, these are the syntax for the interface, right? So now guys, I will show you how to write a program of the interface in Java with the ID. So let's go to my ID, and here inside the source folder I am going to create one class for the interface. So let's create one, so let's say this as an interface. Okay, so guys, I'm going to create an interface here, and let's say the interface name is I1. So for now I am creating a class, and let's say I am creating class test. Okay, so guys, here guys, I have created a class test, and now guys, inside this I am creating, let's say I am creating an interface I1. Okay, so guys, inside the interface, if I am using the Java version 8 or above, then we can write a default and the static like the concrete method also, right? So let's now I will create a method and with the abstract. Okay, so guys, I have created abstract method, and guys, here guys, if I am not writing any like the abstract, then guys, the compiler is going to add a public abstract keyword with this the show method. Okay, so guys, here I have created an interface I1, and inside this interface I have written an abstract method. And now guys, I am going to implement this interface to the our test class. So I am going to implement this interface I1 to the test class To implement an interface, we have to use implements keyword. Okay, and after that I will write I1, right? So guys, here you can see that we are getting a compile time error as I have implemented an interface. So guys, it is saying that class test must either be declare abstract or implement abstract method. So it means that guys, whether we have to write this test class as an abstract, or you have to implement or override all the abstract method inside the interface I1. And this is like the abstract concept, abstract class concept. If you remember that if we are implementing any abstract class to the any class, then we have to override all the methods of that abstract class. So guys, here I have told you that the interface is like abstract class, and here you can see that we have an abstract method with the show name. So we have to override this show method inside the test class, because we are implementing this interface to the test class. So that's why it is showing a compile time error. Okay, so we have to implement this method, or you had to define this test class as an abstract class, right? So guys, for now guys, I am going to implement this method, or I am going to override this method. So guys, to override this method, you have to write void show, and inside this method you have to write your like the implementation. So let's say that I am writing a system.out.println, and here I am writing like interface. Okay, interface, right? So guys, here you can see that we are getting still a compile time error. Okay, and the compile time error says that show in test classes with the show in I1 attempting to assign a weaker access modifier privilege. So guys, you have to remember that guys, if we are implementing an interface to any class, then we have to implement all the abstract method, okay, inside the interface, and you have to write the body of all the abstract method inside the class. Okay, okay guys. And now guys, so guys, so overriding the method, remember one thing, we have to write the access modifier as a public, because in the child, okay, because in the child, if we are overriding the method, then the access modifier should be equal to or greater than the parent class method. So interface has to be public modifier. So guys, here we have to write a public like the modifier here. So guys, we have to keep, okay, so guys, in the child, if we are overriding the method, then the access modifier should be equal to or greater than the parent class method. So the interface has a public modifier, so the class, child class, must have the public modifier class also. So guys, as here you can see that this has a public modifier. So guys, you have to write inside the child class as a public modifier you have to use to the method, because guys, to the interface, as we know that we are having a public abstract method. Okay, so guys, here guys, we know that the compiler add here the public abstract method to the show method. So guys, this show method in the parent class is a public type. So guys, inside the child class, if we are overriding to the interface, then we have to make this is equal or greater than. So guys, okay, so guys, we have to write a public the access modifier to this show method, show method, otherwise we will get a compile time error, right? So guys, we have done till here. We have created one class with the name test, and we have also created an interface with the I1, and we have created an abstract method inside I1. Okay, and guys, we have implemented this I1 interface to the test class. So guys, as we are implementing this interface, then we have to override all the abstract method of the interface. So guys, there is a rule that while overriding we have to take care the access modifier of the method. So guys, as a parent method, we have like a public access modifier. So here we have to write a public access modifier, right? So guys, here the child class method should have a equal to or a greater than like the access modifier. Okay, so guys, here you have to use a public modifier, otherwise you will get a compile time error. So guys, till here we have created, and now guys, I am going to create a main method inside a test class. So let's create a main method, public static void main string args array. Okay, and guys, inside the main method, so guys, can we create the object of the interface? So let's see, and guys, let's try to create the object of the interface with the i1 equals to new i1. So guys, here you can see that we are getting a compile time error, like the i1 is an abstract, cannot be initiated. Okay, so it means that guys, we cannot create the object of the interface, as we cannot create the object of the abstract class. So guys, in the same way we cannot create the object of the interface, you have to remember that. Okay, so guys, we cannot create the object of the interface. So guys, I am going to create the object of the test class, test t1 equals new test. Okay, and guys, with the help of the test object, I'm going to call the show method. So guys, here if I will call the show method, then guys, it is going to call this method, and guys, and here it will run this implementation, that is system.out.println interface. So guys, here you have seen that we have overridden the show method of the interface i1 to our test class, and we are creating the object of the test class, and we are calling the method of the test class. So let's run and see the output of this program. So we can run this class, test class, and we can see the output. So guys, here you can see that we got output as interface. Okay, so guys, this is a small program to make you understand how the interface work, and how to create an interface, and how to implement a interface to any class, and okay, and how we can write or how we can implement an interface to any class, and what are the things we have to take care while implementing an interface to any class. So guys, this is a small example to make you understand about the interface, right? Okay, so guys, in this lecture I also told you that the interface is used to achieve the like the multiple inheritance. Okay, so guys, here guys, we are going to achieve the multi inheritance with the help of the interface, right? So guys, for that, what I will do, I am going to create one more class. No problem, I am going to create one more class with the name like multiple inheritance with interface. Okay, right? So now guys, I am going to create a interface inside this class. So let's say that I have created an interface with the name i1. Okay, so guys, inside this interface I have to define abstract method also. So let's say that I have defined a void show method as an abstract. Duplicate found in the file test. Okay, so we have already one, so let's keep this as inter1. Okay, so guys, the inter1 is my interface name, and we have abstract method inside this interface. And guys, here guys, we are not defining any keyword. So it means that by the compiler it will add a public abstract keyword to this method. So it means that this is a public abstract method, right? And guys, after that I am creating one more interface with the name, let's say inter2. So guys, this is the second interface, and inside this interface I am going to create one more abstract method. So let's say that I have created a void display method inside this interface, right? And now guys, what I will do, I will inherit it. Okay, I will inherit this interface, inter1 and inter2 interface to our multiple inheritance phase class. Okay, so guys, here I will implement. So guys, to implement an interface, you have to use the implements keyword, implements. Okay, and then guys, we can write like the inter1 comma inter2, and guys here, okay, and guys here you can see that we are using a multiple inheritance because we are implementing the two interface here. So guys, while like guys, we while implements, we got a like compile time error, and compile time is error is saying that we have to implement all the abstract method of these interface. So guys, here guys, we have to override the method like the show method and the display method of the inter1 and the inter2 interface. So let's implement this method, public void show. Okay, and guys, inside this method I will write a system.out.println show method, right? And guys, in the same way I will copy this code and I will paste it here down the show method, and here you can write a display. Okay, so display is the method of the interface inter2, and here I have overridden this method. Okay, and inside this I will write a display method, and now guys, I am going to create a like a main method to this class, the multiple inheritance interface. Okay, so public static void main string args, right? And guys, inside this main method I am going to create the object of the multiple inheritance interface class, because guys, we cannot create the object of the interface inter1 and inter2, right? So guys, we are going to create the object of this class, the multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance interface m equals to new keyword, and with this guys, we have created the object of the, and guys, with the help of this object we will call a show method. Okay, and also we will call a display method. So guys, here you can say that with the object of the multiple inherited interface, we have called this method the show and the display. And now let's run this program and let's see the output of this. So okay, so guys, here you can see that we got the output as a show method and a display method. Okay, so so guys, with the help of the interface, we have implemented a multiple inheritance. We have used the concept of the multiple inheritance in a Java. So guys, with the help of the interface, we can use the like the multiple inheritance concept in Java with the help of the interface only. And guys, this is the example of that, the multiple inheritance. So guys, here you can see that I am implementing the inter1 and the inter2 interface. So guys, that's why I have to override all the abstract method of these interface. Okay, so guys, I hope guys you understand what is interface and what is the use of the interface, and we have also seen how to write a program for the multiple inheritance with the help of the interface, right? So guys, thank you and have a nice day. I have completed the lecture of the interface. So guys, in the next lecture we are going to see the another OOPS concept, and that is the encapsulation. So thank you and have a nice day.